Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for joining me again this week. So this week I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I cannot live without. So if you're interested in hearing about those 5 things, then please keep on watching. Okay, so this week I'm going to be talking about 5 things I can't live without, and I wonder if they're similar to the 5 things that you wouldn't be able to live without. So I want to start off by saying this is besides my friends, my family, the love that I have in my life, the relationships, and it's also besides things like food, shelter, water, and the basic necessities. So besides all of those things, one thing that I cannot live without is my peak walks. So I'm based in Hong Kong, where we have this beautiful peak mountain. It's basically 5 minutes from my house, and it takes me around an hour and a half to 2 hours to walk up and down. Sometimes I go around the top where I can enjoy a beautiful panoramic view of Hong Kong, but that is something that I cannot live without. And that's because not only am I getting the benefits of moving and exercise, but I'm connecting to nature. So I'm surrounded by greenery, I'm breathing in oxygen, and most of the time I'm walking up with a dear friend. We're sharing things about our lives, and we come across a lot of flora and fauna. So often we come across wild pigs, beautiful birds, squirrels in the trees, and connecting with nature, walking up the peak is something that I cannot live without. Now, the second thing that I can't live without is my 1 cup of coffee every day. So I limit myself to 1 cup of coffee, otherwise I just get too hyper and it affects my sleep later on. But I really enjoy that 1 cup of coffee. Now, that 1 cup of coffee could be a hot black coffee, or it could be a nitro from Starbucks if you've ever had one of those. It could be an iced coffee. I like to really sit down and enjoy my 1 cup of coffee. So that's the next thing that I can't live without. Now, the third thing that I can't live without is my passport. And I think that's probably something that a lot of people can't live without. My passport allows me to be able to travel the world, to learn about new cultures, to connect with new people, to engage in partnerships. And so people think this is really weird, but I carry my passport around with me because I travel so much. So I could be using my passport at any time. So the third thing that I can't live without is my passport. Now, the fourth thing that I can't live without is 7 to 10 hours of sleep. I know that sounds like quite a lot, but sometimes you think that you're asleep for 10 hours. And because I track my sleep with a sleep ring called an Aura ring, it tells me how much actual sleep I'm getting. So you may be in bed for 10 hours, but because of your sleep efficiency, you may be only getting 8 hours of sleep. So I found that I need between 7 and 10 hours of sleep in bed in order to get high quality sleep. So whether I'm on the road, whether I'm at home, I make sure that I'm in bed for at least 7 to 10 hours sleep, and I prioritize sleep so that when I wake up in the morning, I feel refreshed and I'm ready for the day. So the fourth thing that I can't live without is 7 to 10 hours of sleep. And the last thing that I can't live without is my acupressure mat. In fact, I should say plural mats because I've got a few different ones. I have a Shakti mat, I have a Prana mat. And basically, an acupressure mat is something that you lie on. It's got spikes on it, and it's based on the idea of lying on a bed of nails and increasing your blood circulation. And there are actually many health benefits to lying on an acupressure mat. Without me going into too much detail, I'll just put a link below to Shakti mat, to Prana mat, the 2 mats that I use for different reasons, but that's something that I can't live without. I actually use my acupressure mat every day for 20 minutes. So the 5 things that I can't live without are my peak walks and connecting with nature, my 1 cup of coffee in the morning, my passport so that I'm able to travel, my 7 to 10 hours of sleep, and my 20 minutes on my acupressure mat every day. Now, what are the things that you can't live without? Are any of them in common with me? I'd be really interested to hear. What are the things that you can't live without? Please feel free to put it in a comment section below. I hope to see you next time, and thank you so much for joining me this week.